555 for your message or messages. Come in. Come on. I've got intel. Recon is afoot. Yes, big cat. The planetary energies are, as we kick our way into this glorious day, darling. They're gifted to us by the Most High, Father God, Mother Isis. The planetary energies are the Libra moon squares off with Venus. This will give yourself extra time today, darling dears, as you go about your tasks. Why? Your usual schedule could be thrown for a loop today. Mercury in Capricorn trines Uranus, right? Who's in retrograde in Taurus. I know, big cat, it's a lot. Exciting news in terms of business, career, and financial matters comes your way today, big cat. Communication is key as you communicate your needs, boundaries, and expectations from others. Make sure you do it clearly so there is no gray area. And what are you saying? You're not having it blood, bruh, or cistrine. Hey! Not having it. Today will be unpredictable, to say the least. So expect surprises of both pleasant and unpleasant, darling dear. They're going to try it with you. They're going to try it. They're going to try it. Luckily, the messy energy will dissipate later on as the evening draws in, darling dear, when the Libra moon makes a harmonious aspect to Mars in retrograde. Intellectual downloads are not uncommon under this energy, darling dear. So be sure to write down any insights that come to your mind. Why? The energy of the Libra moon with the Mars retrograde is what? Creating geniuses, darling dear. Genius ideas. Write that she's naive down and tell no one nothing. Remember, I told you that. We only speak to the Most High. And as I said, big cat, stay ready so you don't have to get ready when it's time to be ready. Stand tall in every situation as you continue to claim dominion over yourself. Mess with who? What? On what day? Big cat. As your chronicles continues, we're calling the energies of wisdom, guidance and protection from Father God, Mother Isis, ancestors, angels, way showers and spiritual guides. From Keitha to Malkuth. Namaste. What's going on here with this music? I didn't authorize that. Yes, baby. We're going to dive right in. I've still got my spectacles of truth on, right? And I've got to fix my hood, right? Because they want to be shady with you, big cat. But you are the shadiest of them all. Why? Because you've got it in the cranium, I told you. Genius ideas are going to be floating around today. Make sure you write that she's naive down. You may have $1 million winner. Multiple streams of income, yeah? Tell them at the back. But only if they're a big cat, darling dear. Let's dive in. Let's dive in. See what I've done for you. Because you have to understand, big cat, you're going to have good and bad energy. But you have to understand how you handle that energy. When you've got a bad thing happens to you, darling dear, you don't focus on the bad thing. You focus on the solution. And when good things happen to you, that's a memory for you to what? Bring up when you're going through a hard time. Remember that you are gangster with it, darling dear. It's so hot in here. Oh, turned off the wrong. Because guess what? Last night, right? Around 5 p.m. Can we have a quick chat before we go in? Around 5 p.m., right? When the temperature hit -7 in the UK, no less. Right? Guess what? My heating packed up. Listen, I had to find all of my what? Fan heaters, darling dear. It was proper cold. And it makes it even worse. Why I wasn't here yesterday, right, was because the day before I painted my office. I thought I was ready for it. I wasn't ready for it, blood. Even though I do 4 spin classes a week, darling, I wasn't ready for it. I had pain. My pain had pain when I woke up the next day. Listen, I'm telling you. But I'm telling you, I did it. And I had to repack my office again, right? Get fabulous and all of that. But don't tell anyone, because they'll only be mad. Because I'm industrious, dexterous, and I know how to do everything. As I sip my mocha, remember, don't get smoked. Yeah, my eyelashes had icicles on them, blood. And they can't come until tomorrow to fix my heating. No hot water. I couldn't wait to get to the gym today. I worked out like someone was chasing me so I could go and sit in the sauna and then use their shower for half an hour, blood. Because I'm telling you, heating a kettle in this day and age, I haven't got that much time or patience. I haven't. Didn't tell anyone that I have. I haven't. And I don't forget anything. I have the memory of an elephant, as must you, big cat. As must you. If they cross you, you cross them off your list. You don't need them. You only need to make sure that your subconscious is still blinking and breathing on your behalf. Fist bump as we dive in and see what's going on in the hemisphere for you. You make sure you keep your shiznai tight and right. Steady body, steady mind. Take care of your body. It's the only thing that you have to take with you everywhere on this Malkuth. And if your body fails you, it's because of the food, the energies that you're surrounding yourself with, darling dear, and the fact that you're not exercising. I don't care what you're doing, but you exercise. If it means to go for a 10-minute, you do that. You walk. If you can't, if there's something wrong with your knees, you can go and do spin class. There's so many things you can do, but you take care of yourself. How else are you going to sock it to them, Scotty? Yeah. Oh, thank you, darling dear. Who said that? Jacqueline, Harrington, Wagwan, fist bump. Who else is here? Lil Feather, hi. Ita McCarthy, Big Cat Wave, Millie, Della Prida, Wagwan. Is everybody good? Oracle 7100, Wagwan. Is everyone fabulous? Remember, the retrograde, darling dear, with the Libra moon touching on what? The Mars retrograde, you're going to have genius ideas being handed to you on a silver platter. Make sure you write that shiznai down and follow it to the letter. Why is this shell in here? Listen. Oh, we've got a duo. Wow. The first one we have, darling, there's leaning big cat. This is Canaz. This is, are you listening? Or do I have to speak a bit louder for those at the back that are not listening, that are having a laugh? This is not the time to laugh, darling dear. You've got one life. You have Canaz in the upright, represented by the Hermit in tarot, darling dears. Virgo energy, and Virgo is ruled by Mercury. Mercury is about having the rational mind. It's about being inspired, and it's about quick movement, darling dear. It's also represented by the letters K, I, and C, as well as the numbers 36, 37, 38, and 39. Yes, baby, I told you, it's creative and inspiring. Remember, I told you that. Revelations and knowledge is about to be gifted unto you, darling dear. But you've got to get quiet to listen. It's a kind voice, darling dear. Not that critical voice that likes to tell you that you're fat and that you're old. Listen, don't listen to that voice. It's the wicked voice, right? And it will have you crying into your fist, right? You don't want that. No. Rub them bitches in. Told you, best skin tight. Now this side of the universe. Anyhow, as I was saying before, I interrupted myself, darling dear. It also speaks about a short trip. Some of you are going to be beguiled into taking a short trip. It also speaks about your inner strength, darling dear. Yes, baby. An older partner, somebody's going to be meeting someone older, or an older person is going to be approaching you with some form of intel, which is going to set off a new beginning for you, darling dear. Maybe they're going to show you how they're doing something in a certain way, and you'll be able to capitalize on that. Why? There's enough for everyone on this Malkuth, darling dear. And everyone's je ne sais quoi is different. Remember, I told you that. It also speaks about new friendships, but it's new friendships after what? Dishonesty and betrayal. I know. Listen, I've only just stopped myself from slipping out of the house without my lace front, right? Without my phone, without the car and the GPS on it, right? Be gone with the nay. But I didn't do it because Big Cat must be free to sock it to him. We also have good golly and gosh, Wunjo. Can we get any more joy? Represented by the letter V and W and the number 17. This is the star carding tarot, darling dear. Aquarius energy. Aquarius is what? The 11th house. The 11th house is the house of friends, darling dear. It's also the house of what? Progressive ideas, and it's also about technology. So maybe the ideas that are going to be what coming into your cranium, right, over the next 24 hours, darling dears, it's going to lead you to what? Technology. Maybe you need to get your business online. Maybe you need to do some teaching. So I was speaking to this lady in the sauna today at the gym, and she's a nurse, and she was telling me, she started telling me, all people always come up to me and tell me all of their business, and I felt like I wanted to choke myself, right? And then I said to her, why don't you go online? And because you speak English, Japanese people are always looking for English speaking people, right? You can go onto the website. She was like, where is it? I said, listen, I'm not going to give you everything. I've already given you a hint. You've got to find it yourself. You can go online and teach English to someone in another country and make money from that, darling dear, in the comfort of your own home. There is things to be done. There's money to be made. Why? You've got to sock it to them, darling dear. Wunjo, star card. It also speaks about a great healing that you're experiencing at this moment in time. It's the unpacking of your emotions, darling dear. This is what the energy of the Libra moon as it squares off with Venus. It's about unpacking past emotions that have not been healed, darling dear. Knowing your worth and adding tax. Unpack the emotions, darling dear, but don't stay there too long. No. It's for recon only, darling dear. To realize that you was dealing with dummy bats, right? Bound for hell in a handbasket, and they wanted you to be what? The wheels on the handbasket, darling dear. Not having it blood, bra, or cistrine. Love it. Don't hate it. Both fabulous, darling dear. Wunjo and Canas. Good luck and good fortune is following you, darling dear. This is about, when you see the star card in tarot, it's about releasing things that no longer serve you. Go tapping into your higher mind. And again, it points to what? The North Star. The North Star always reminds me of the North Node. Some of you need to go and get your birth natal charts, darling dears, and get up close and personal with your North Node, your superpowers. And how do you make money? I've told you many times, my dear big cat, it's elementary. The 2nd, the 6th, and the 10th house. But you've got to get your mind right before. The Wunjo is telling you to pour away what doesn't serve you. And you have to remember, when you are built for big things, darling dear, so that you can stay ready, so you don't have to get ready when it's time to be ready, darling dear. Not everybody's going to love it. They're not going to love it for you. No. And they'll try to talk you out of it or put their bad mind on it, darling dear, and try and put all kind of evilness on you, darling dear, so that you'll fail so they can laugh. But big cat, you're built for this. What? Yes, you are. You're built to have the last laugh, darling dear. As what they wanted for you is on they, them, and Why? Because you stay ready, so you won't have to get ready when it's time to be ready. Fist bump. Love it. I don't hate it. Let's get an ancestral message. We're going to go over the African goddess rising. Did you miss me, big cat? I did put up the second part of a video I did earlier in the week just to keep you company, because I told you I'm your best friend. I don't forget no one. I've always got times for you, darling dear, except for after when I've done the painting and my paint has got pain blood and I'm the only one that has to unpack my office by myself. The progeny just ran away. They ran away like wee willy winky. Energy. Oh, okay. That was a shaky one. But you've got to listen. Self-sabotage. Somebody's self-sabotaging himself, or it could be you, big cat. The 2 and the 4 goes to a 6. The energy of the 6 is about what? Somebody wants some teamwork and harmony, and they're not right in their cranium, darling dear. Their cranium is what? Full of the whisperings of Hannibal Lecter, darling dears. Be very careful who wants to share their energies and their ideas with you. Their ideas are coming from what? The place of a dummy bat, darling dear. And it's full of scoparation. And if you dare take on their idea and do it better than them, baby, you will be at the bottom of their shit list, darling dear, having been scuppered and put on the rocks of life. Remember I told you that. What have you got as well? Giving and receiving, as we do on a daily basis, darling dear. And it's got Mother Isis. Yes, baby. It's saying Ma'at here, but it looks like Isis to me. It also speaks about what? The giving and receiving. You have what? You have to get what? Equal give and take. I told you, you're going to be meeting new friends, darling dear. As you continue to raise your vibration, you give off a different beam. and people are going to be coming up to you, but everyone must be interviewed. I told you this all of the time, and I'm not gonna stop telling you. We're doing the Boosie Badass, right? Eyes on everybody. Everyone. All gets interviewed. And if they haven't been interviewed, then they can't mess with you, darling dear. Giving and receiving, it has to be of equal. What you give, you must receive. And don't give to receive, darling dear. I know it sounds confusing, but I'm telling you, when you are in the flow, darling dear, in the zone, you'll understand what I mean. And it's on a 10. 10 is the number of what? Renewal, completion, ending of a cycle, darling dear. And every time a cycle ends, it's because you're about to step into a new phase in your life. I told you many times, my dear big cat, life is a game. It is. You just have to figure out the rules and play it like a boss. Where's my shiznai? I told you I had to unpack my office and I packed up everything. I was diligent. Now I can't find shiznai. And there's no one to help me. I've got something else. Go with this. So I can put it up high, so you can actually see. We've got a 10 and a 6 that goes to the 16 Tower moment. And it also speaks about what the sudden change in the situation for you. And it's also what Mars and fire energy as well as Uranus. It also speaks about self-defense. Some of you need to take some self-defense classes, darlings. You need to kick over one or two of those dolls, or a boxing class, kickboxing. Like I said, and again, it's about what? Getting the body moving. This is a new path for you, darling dear. No longer the wounded warrior. You are badassery at its finest. And remember, people will try and self-sabotage you, darling dear, as you continue to get great. They'll try to get into your cranium. And all of it, sometimes it's just because they're nosy. They don't understand how you do what you do. And they want to come close so they can steal your ideas. Not round my house, mate. I barely let the children back in when they go out. I told you, they've got these keys and they keep getting back in. And I have to tell them, show me your birthmarks. Otherwise, you can't come in. I don't know who you are. How do you get that key? Then I remember it's me that gave it to them. Listen, it's a lot. It's a lot going on here. What's on the base of your deck, darling dear? Desire. Whatever you desire will be gifted unto you, darling dears. I feel inclined to read this book. Can I find the book though, blood? I told you I tidied everything up and I straightened it and I was so proud of myself, and now I can't find nothing. Right? Am I going to find the book? Or are we going to be sitting here looking for it? It looks like I'm going to have to look for it and I haven't got the patience. Oh well. I can't find the book. I'll find it for another day. It's here. It really is, look. I'll show you. You're going to get a little bit of vertigo. Can you see? I had to line up all my books, all of my important books, right next to me, so I can have them in hand and read, but I don't know where they are. Do you know what I mean? You know when you repack things, even though they're in the right place, you have to be familiar with. I'm not familiar with these things. It's like someone else's office, right? But anyway, I digress. What's this? Your intuition. Pay attention to your intuition and your discernment, darling dears. If you're not feeling a person, place or thing, you leave immediately. I don't care how much your lace front costs. I don't care if you've spent 5 hours getting ready. If you are not feeling that place, you leave immediately. Otherwise, hockey sticks at dawn will find you. Told you this many times, my darling dears. And it's what? Speak up for yourself. Speak up, darling dear. The planetary energies already told you, right? I told you this already. Because Mercury is in Capricorn trining, Uranus retrograde in Taurus, you have to communicate your needs, your boundaries and expectations to others clearly today. Speak up, darling dear, right? Because a hungry belly never gets fed. I don't care who it is. If they don't like it, they can spontaneously combust. But not around me, darling dear, because I'm not helping you put out that fire. They better know how to drop and roll, mate. And be quick with it. Let's get some more energies. Let's get a deck. I'm going to use my original Rider-Waite deck, the one that got me on this path, even though I've had cards all the while. But as I've told you many times, when I decided to seriously learn tarot, I put all the cards in their piles and one card was missing. And me, rather than buy the same deck, my mind told me to buy lots of different decks. Yes. And then when I went back to check this deck months later, I found all the cards were there. The Lord works in mysterious ways, darling dears. When it's time for your calling, you have to answer it. So you can what? Stay ready so you don't have to get ready when it's time to be ready, big cat. Fist bump. Tell them at the back. Only if they're a big cat, though. Let's see the energies that's around you at this moment in time. Oh, I told you. We are coming out of our hermit phase, darling dears. I know you're ambivert, I'm an ambivert. We don't like going amongst the unwashed. But I told you, you're not the same cat you was before. You are now super cat. I told you, prototype of your lineage. This is about going out amongst others, but you still have that spiritual light, that spiritual cover over you, darling dears. It's about you, what's still shining that light on everyone and everything. You could have a backstabbing Nettie, or Stephen with the cross eyes. Stephen with the cross eyes, right, is looking to cross you off the earth, darling dear. Pay attention. Clarify this hermit card on its face, because it also speaks about somebody's coming out of the back of betrayal. This is a time for you to get back out onto this green earth, darling dears. Don't let nobody make you lock up in your house because of what they done did. How are you going to sock it to them? Clarify. Listen, hangman in the reverse. Everything's in the reverse, seeing things from a new perspective. You're not going out there alone, darling dear. You are covered. You are a child of the divine. You're about to be blessed. This is about you giving back the wood, darling dear. That's so 2017. You're no longer sacrificing yourself to situations that don't serve you. You have to understand that you are the power grid, darling dear. For these good-looking alfalfas from the backwoods. This new perspective, these new ideas. Once you know whom you are, you can walk amongst many, darling dear, and you will be untouched by their wickedness, their what? Look at this. Self-sabotaging what was it? Whisperings of Hannibal Lecters. You can't do that. It's not going to touch you, darling dears, because you see the big picture. And I told you, we don't ever focus on an issue. We focus on the solution. And while we're focusing on the solution, those good memories we've picked up along the way, we bring them up so that we can keep ourselves boistered, darling dear, motivated, because you are about to create new memories, darling dears, but ones that are more fitting for you. Clarify the... Oh, it's a lot of cards. The breaking of generational curses. For some, it's loyalty, darling dear. New friendships, maybe even a partner for some, darling dear. Something that you're going to invest in, or they're going to want to invest in you, but it's all about the Skrilla.com, darling dear. I told you, things about your career, about your financial matters, right, is about to turn around and come your way today, darling dears. One way or the other, new ideas. Pentacles is about tangible things, darling dears. Tangible things. It's about your stability and the support that you're being gifted by the spiritual realm, darling dears, your ancestral team. I told you, this is rich white lady season on Keitha as well as Malkuth. What's this? Look at this, darling dear. Someone, you're going to have a Judas in a Peter suit turn up, darling dear. This person is Brock Pocketers. Buddy, have you got a dime? They owe everything to everyone. Even Peter and Paul is looking for them. Be very careful of the energy that comes out, and it fell on the hermit. As you do your coming out party, darling dear. Your once around the field, right? Because we like it in the barn. The barn is where we learned about the Most High and ourselves, our wants and our needs, and understanding that we don't go with our needs. Why? It turned us into a dummy bat, lad, and it wasn't fabulous, gorgeous, lovely. You had to take time to remember that you pee glitter, shit cupcakes, and fart rainbows. Someone's wanting to trick you, darling dears. But this is the 5 of Cups on its face. This is being untrickable. You can't be being tricked out in the streets at this stage of the game. Not while we're besties. Otherwise, we're going to have to break up again. And I don't like breaking up with you, big cat, because we're best friends. Pinkies up, right? As I was saying before, I interrupted myself. This is about you moving on from emotional turmoil that kept you stuck for a moment. Unpack those past memories and emotions around situations today. Take them out, because divine is going to gift you with genius ideas in how to sock it to them, darling dear. They ain't sorry yet, darling dear. Whatever you lost in whatever situation, circumstance that had you stuck, darling dear, divine is about to gift it back to you 100-fold. But you have to get quiet and pay attention and act immediately on these genius downloads that are being gifted to you, darling dear. And those in the past are going to realize that you don't hang around that type of crowd anymore. You, listen, I told you, if you hang around 5 broke people, guess who's going to be number 6? Law number 5 of the 48 laws of power. Reputation is everything. You can't hang around someone who's broke and going nowhere. Their life is already set on a downward spiral, darling dear. Why would you want to be friends with them? Some people would say, but Case, you're being too mean. I'm not being mean enough. I didn't use any Jamaican swear words. I'm not being that mean. I'm telling you the truth. If they're going nowhere, who's going with them? Not me, blood. I'd rather roll by myself, solo dolo, like the boys or girls on the pole. As must you, darling dear. Learn to read the energy. These are people that are destabilized, darling dear. They're not nurturing. They're coming on a what? A seek mission, to seek what you've got going on, to see if they can turn it to their advantage. Pay attention. You are a divine child, chosen by your ancestral lineage to sock it to them. You have the capabilities to what? Bend the matrix, darling dears. And never you forget. That's right, Slim Jim. Your hairline comes first. Hey, hey! Fist bump. A major investment. This is about sowing the seed. The seeds you sow today, darling dears. If you sow a 7, you're going to get back a 10. This is loyalty. This is generational wealth. And it's the breaking of generational curses. You're a different type of cat. What other family members, everyone that's going around, they're going through madness. Many of them are so scared of the unknown. They're in dysfunctional relationships where they're being abused, their progeny is being abused, their pocket, don't even talk about their pocketbook or their handbag or their wallet, darling dear. It's for the streets. Yeah. Let's clarify this hangman in the reverse. You're about to be recognized, darling dears. If you have an online business of some sort, you're about to get teamwork. This is the support of others. I don't know, if you've got your platform, get to it. We already discussed Aquarius. Aquarius rules technology. Get your shiznai on the internet. We are in the 21st century, but we're about to go what? With no paper folding money, darling dears. Invest in yourself. Get your multiple streams of income going. If you're not sure about your skills, whatever you love, darling dear, this is where you'll find your Skrilla.com. Yeah, I'm telling you. This is about being recognized as a major craftsperson in your field. And it's also the marriage card. Someone is going to be seen through different eyes. Someone's going to be looking at you with the eyes of love. While they're looking at you with those eyes, right? Can I remind you that you're getting your boosie bad ass on? You'll be looking at them with interviewer eyes. Just because they like you and they see you with all of this and that doesn't mean that you like them. Watch everyone. Why? Because there's liars, thieves, cheaters, users. Oh my. If I had pearls, I'd be clutching them bitches with you, darling dears. Right? Swindlers, back front neck tabbers that are going nowhere. Blood, bra, or sistrine. There's frenemies, haters that come with the bad vibes, the bad advice, the bad intention, and the bad credit, darling dear. And there's skullduggers, people that wants to be in partnership with you, darling dear, doing the genitalia watusi. And their genitalia has a bad memory, blood. Don't let it be you, big cat. Remember, you are the coach of the red flag team. You get your Sophia on it. All my life I had to fight. You had to fight until you knew that you was what? You're a big cat. And everything that was taken from you will be gifted to you 100-fold. But you got to get your cranium right. You've got to pay attention to those $1 million ideas that will be coming to you in the downloads today, throughout the day, darling. Just write that shiznai down. Then go to your North Node. Look how you can bend it with your superpowers. Then go to your 6th, your 2nd, then your 10th house. It will show you how to make the Skrillas, darling dear. Many people say, oh, I don't care about the money. But they don't know what shop to go to, and I don't want to listen to them. Why? I see them as what? A Jezebel spirit. Come to pollute my cranium with fucking ease, blood. The whisperings of Hannibal Lecter. These what? Pennywise son of daughter. This new partnership. Tell me some more about this partnership. And people are seeing you from a different perspective as well. Especially someone with the King of Wands in the reverse like tendencies. This is a knock, darling dear. They're looking at your future. They're looking at your capabilities, darling dears. While you're too busy flying high, darling dear, they are still what? Dumb as a crumb, dull-eyed, darling dear. And they've got the T-Rex arms with the trippy talker ways. I told you. People that you left behind, tables that you no longer sit at, darling dear. They're all looking at you with, they're aghast that you didn't come back. Why would you come back to a clown show? You didn't sign up to join any circus. You're a happiness expert. But you have to remember, even though they're watching you, right? Faith without works is dodo dead. You've got to put your back into it, darling dears. Put your back into it. Don't get caught up, darling dear, because these same ones, the King of Wands is somebody who likes to flatter people, tell you this and that when you already know this and that. Remember, Proverbs 10:19. Shut up. That's what it says. Well, that's what that's how I changed it round to me. It means shut up, right? Because transgressions are at work. When you talk too much, it's prudent to hold your tongue. That's what it says. Well, I translated it into mean shut up, button it, tell no one nothing, especially someone from the past. This is the King of Wands. This is the King of the Knocks, darling dear, whether male or female. They're watching you. All eyes are on the throne, darling dear. Watching you make right choices, watching you build up your what? Pentacles, your businesses, getting that higher knowledge. They're going to watch some of you go into union, darling dear. Will they do the right thing and spontaneously combust? No, they won't. They'll still watch. No one watches you more than a hater. No one watches you more than the hater, than somebody that effed you over, darling dear, and you told them love and light, and you didn't come back. Trust and believe. Base of the deck. Somebody who was emotionally manipulative. Go with your brethren. You got two people here, darling dear, that really don't like what you've got going on. Why don't they like it? Because you took the blade out of your back, darling dear, and had the fortitude to cut the soul tie. They did you this and that. Two people. Bitches and bitches. Look what fell on your 10. 10 means breakthrough, darling dears. And it also speaks about options. Look. You had the 10 and the 7, and the 10 and the 7 fell on you, darling dears. Pay attention. Divine is about to give you everything, darling dear. But not every cup must you drink from. You have to use your intuition and your discernment. Why? So that you make the right choice. Choose wisely, darling dears. Choose wisely. This is emotional fulfillment, and again it reminds you of a happy home, a happy family, but this is also the releasing of generational curses. It's so nice you got it twice. Being spiritually guided, darling dear, to pour away what no longer serves you. Canaz, Wunjo. Base of the deck. Because you ain't fighting with tongue wrestling, and let alone tussling in the dust. You would know who the chicken of the sea was from the distance. Someone wants to make amends. This is why they're looking. They want to make amends. I told you what I'd rather do. Someone who crossed me in the past and had me barking at passing cars, had my hairline pitchy-patchy with a reverse friar tuck. I told you, I would rather stand naked in front of all of my enemies with what? Full internet, darling dear, 5G styly, darling dear, and cut out my own panani with a rusty knife and watch a marga dog drag it away before I brought those people that perpetrated heinous crimes on me, and they're not sorry. They're only sorry because you're winning. If you was on the same level or less than them now, do you think they'd be spying on you? They're trying to rehash your mistakes because they've got nothing to work with. Why? You move in silencio. Look. Casting spells, darling dear. They want you to fail. Queen of Wands on your face is a Jezebel spirit. Maybe someone got into a union, darling dear. It was a match made in Hades. I hope they stay together. No, Queen of Wands on the face is a spellcaster, someone who is not above, right? Doing a Watusi for a graveyard to get the grave dirt, darling dear, to try and sock it to you when you are a divine child, when you are listening to the Most High, darling dear. Somebody wants you to be what? Sabotaging your cranium, to be confused of mind. Well, you can't be. Not when you're giving equally given to the Most High, giving the thanks and the gratitude. This is why you are receiving blessing upon blessing upon blessing. You have an archway behind you, darling dear, that speaks about opportunities and new beginnings. It's on a 10. We've got 3 10s on the tableau, darling dears. Whenever we see 3 10s lined up, darling dears, it means what? Plans that you've got going on, darling dear. If you allow these past energies to come back, or a different Judas in a different meat suit, darling dear, to come in, it's going to upset what you've already built. Discernment, darling dears. Good God, this is a parent. You had the short of the end of the stick from when you came out of the womb. This is a parent, whether a mother or father, somebody who was a narc, darling dear, or what, a professional victim, darling dear, a complainer, a blamer. Look! Look at all of these upside down cards, darling dears. They wanted you to stay there and be broke with them, darling dear. Not having any money, not taking care. Whoever this person is, they never took care of their progeny. Queen of Pentacles is someone who takes care of the progeny. They're the one, darling dear. They take care of the progeny and the finances. This person wants to come back and cry broke, darling dear. Or they're broke, they ain't got a job, and they want you to save them. They want you to be Captain Save a Harlot at this stage of the game. Well, guess what? Luke 22:48, they're backtabber, and they haven't changed. Got me sucking my 31 teeth, and you know how I feel about that, my edges. Listen. 139 in the chat. Please hit the thumbs up button if you're enjoying this read. Let's get some more intel. Why is it important for them to make amends with you? So all the way into last week. Oh, let me get it. Because you've healed, darling dear. Their words mean nothing to you, darling dear. Their ideas mean nothing to you. You got over what they did, whether it was a parent, whether it was someone that cheated on you, went into partnership, knowing full well how much it would hurt you, darling dear. They still went and did it. Somebody that tried to make you jealous. I can be jealous of 2 dummy bats. Imagine that. I can't even laugh, darling dear. I can't even laugh. Air energy, right? They would love to communicate with you so they can tell you fuck your knees, blood, and scramble your brains, right? But don't listen to them and don't look back. And as I said, be wise, darling dear. When you walk with the wise, you will become wise. And if they're brock pocketers, buddy, if you got a dime and you let them into your, you will be tarred with the same brush. Karma is not discriminate, mate. Karma will go where it's needed. Because you're not heartbroken, you didn't argue with him, you didn't have a paw in the fight, right? What else? And they want you to share in their karma, mate. The bad judgment of it all, darling dear. This is somebody that would love to return to you, because judgment in the upright, darling dear. This is somebody wanting to come back, but in the reverse, this person isn't even, or people aren't even following their divine path. They're dummy bats, darling dears. Some of them are being taken advantage of on every level, and they're allowing it. Why? Because they're afraid of the unknown. Oh well. Toxic tricks, darling dear. I told you with the Tripitaka ways and the T-Rex arms. That's who wants to make amends with you, darling dear. What? Listen. Right? You better not be no one's fool, right? You better take that, be spontaneous. Remember, the fool is ruled by air energy and Uranus. You wasn't built for that shiznai, darling. You was built to live outside the box. They want to put rules and regulations on you. Why? Because you're winning, darling dear. You're a happiness expert. I keep telling you that. And these birds, they flew too fast past their nest. Think clearly, darling dear. Don't allow any of these adverse energies to come and scupper what you've already built. And today is just the beginning of your future life, darling dear. You are futuristic thinking. All of this sword energy. You are a child of the divine. This is not about getting angry. I don't get angry anymore. I get quiet. and I start planning, and I listen to myself, and I listen to I, myself, and me, the three of us. We sit down and plan. I, myself, and me. As must you, big cat. Otherwise, we can't be besties. We're gonna have to break up again. Yeah. Because you've got something coming towards you immediately, either by email, snail mail, and it's also about quick movement. Something is coming at you very fast, right? Look, death. Why is all the cards upside down? Listen, the death card on its face. Good golly and gosh. Listen, I would sweat, but I can't sweat. It's so flipping cold in here. I just turned off the heater, and they're not coming to fix the central heating till tomorrow. Big cat, I'm telling you, I'm up against it, mate. My children just came in and asked me, what am I making for dinner? Find something out the freezer, blood. I'm not going into that cold kitchen. Listen, it got me on my 31, my edges. I'm telling you, it sounds like, listen, as I was saying, let me stop interrupting myself because there's no one to check me, boo. Right? These same ones that fear change, darling dear. These same ones that are marinating in the losses that they've taken, darling dear. Right? The loss of time which you can't get back. These same ones that are still living in the past. This is a loss of status, darling. If they've got a car, that car, they're jealous of the Flintstones, darling dears. Either it's a piece of shit or they can't afford it. Something else is sticking out there. Continue to make the right choices, Gemini energy. Gemini is ruled by Mercury. Can we talk about Mercury again? Mercury is about you continuing to have a rational mind. And it's also about your communications, right? And it's also about the memory, darling dear. Have the memory of an elephant. Don't live in what they did, darling dear. That's hockey sticks at dawn and molasses, right? That be tarring and feathering your own self. You're doing the devil's work to yourself, darling dear. Don't do it. Divine wants you to continue to make the right choices, and the right partnerships will show up along the way. We don't go to seek no one. Why? Because our picker is broken, blood. I told you I was a dummy back for 50 years, a whole half of 100. I want to know more about this right choice. Base of the deck. Again, we've got the 10 of Cups, twice, two different decks, darling dears. What about this right choice the big cat's supposed to make? Partnership. Partnership could be business. It could be a lover. It could be the partnerships of what? That you're creating with your own progenies, darling dears. Somebody needs to speak to their progeny. As I said, progeny, they're involved in a situation where somebody's going to top themselves. Don't listen. I know you don't want to get in your progeny's business, but once they start dating, you're the parent, darling dear. You've got to check to see if they're hooking up with a tick, tick, boom. This is somebody that has what? Reoccurring suit. They want to take themselves out, darling dear. And it also speaks about prison or the hospital. Somebody's also going to be making a choice about some kind of, they're going to have to choose to move on, darling. There's certain situations that's not for you. You have to understand, and your progeny have to understand. Speak to your children, darling dear. And don't speak to them. This is about moving on, darling dear. With a calm mind, moving on to calmer waters. Yeah. Because these choices, you're about to be gifted with blessings. What did I say? When the divine is handing out and he's holding the scales of Libra, darling dear. The scales of justice. Libra is the 7th house. The 7th house is about your partnerships, making the right partnerships going forward, making the right choices for you. Base of your deck. Continue to be vigilant, because you're about to be blessed. Wheel of Fortune speaks about foreign people and foreign places. Whomsoever's coming towards you that is going to be on your team, it's not going to be from the same nationality as you, darling dear. This is a whole new set of people or person coming around you. What about them? You're going to be admired for your strength, darling dear. Not being tempted off your flip-flop as well, right? Queen of Cups. Even their knees are together, darling dears. Pay your knees. Somebody who's going to see you as extremely emotional, nurturing. They're going to see you as the one. Somebody's also missing your loyalty, darling dears. Now you're the wish fulfillment. A as soon as you chose you. Always choose you in any situation, darling dear. This is about the steady progress that you will continue to make. Base of the deck, and that's the truth roof. Pinkies up. Love it. Give me something more on the lovers, please. Oh! I don't know if this is male or female energy, because I told you energy is fluid in tarot, but there's a jealous mature bitch that's watching everything you do. Pentacles is online, social media, darling. There's someone's paying attention to your every step. Why? Why are they watching the big cat like that? And you know they are High Priestess. Why are they watching you? It's about mastering your emotions in a situation. They're watching you, right? Because they're not going to eat. We just talked about the justice of it all, darling dear. Someone's going through their own what? Guantanamo Bay. The mud hut, darling dear. They're not enjoying the mud hut. But that's nothing to do with you. It's someone that you ended a situation with. What did I say on the Wheel of Fortune? You're about to get an 11-11 fade. This is parties, celebrations. Yes, you can go to parties, but use your third eye and your intuition. Not everything you're invited to must you attend, darling dear. Why? Because you're a big cat. And big cats, because you pay attention to your thoughts and your words, you realize your energy is so unique. You can't just be anywhere, darling dear. You've got to create the mystery about yourself. And you're such a mystery in some cases. They'll never see you again, blood. Let them seek you here and there. But this is also about mutual minds. Because you're being what? Covered by your ancestral team, the Temperance. And it's also a reminder for you to what? Manage your time as well as your finances, darling dears. Some of you have been on a very difficult path, but you have to remember you still have a bit of a ways to go before you sleep. Because when you sleep, darling dear, that means dodo dead. Keep going. Life is a game, but you have to understand the rules and play them, darling dear. It's your mind what creates what you have going on in your life. Look around you, big cat. Everything that you have around you, you called it in. You chose these things for you. And if you're not happy with what your eye chakra is seeing, flip that bitch. Wheel of Fortune styly, darling, just create the luck in your life. And when people tell you that you're just lucky, it's not just luck, darling dear. It's hard work and understanding your worth and giving them a full-on 10. Ending of a situation, completion of a cycle. And this also speaks about the gifting. Maybe the gifting of an inheritance, or Pentacles is something tangible. You may get some information or hear something today, darling dears, which is going to aid and abet in you getting great. Remember I told you that. Pay attention. Maybe picked up the wrong deck. What does your ancestors want you to know? Yeah, someone's crying into their fist. Luke 22:60. Oh well, we're not sorry for them. Was they sorry for you? When your eyes were all swollen up and big from crying, when it was nearly swollen shut? Was they sorry when they gave you a two-piece? Was they sorry when they told lies on you? Was they sorry when they cheated on you? Was they sorry when they disadvantaged you on purpose? They weren't sorry, mate. And this is regret. Regret is not remorse. 167 in the chat. Please hit the thumbs up button if you're enjoying this read. King of Swords, everyone must be interviewed. But as I said, the information that you have coming down, you're going to have to gather the information, but you have to act on it. There's no point having all of this intel and not doing anything with it. That's a waste of time and energy. Tower moment, and it will keep you stuck. You're trying to change up your life now because we're fast heading into the 23, darling dear. The 2 and the 3 is a 5. The 5 is the energy of the Hierophant Taurus energy. But 5 is also about you what? Getting over conflict, right? And instability and bringing full-on change into your life. But everything is created in your cranium. Continue to make the right choices for you. Let's get a deck I haven't used in a while. Listen, don't let no one drag you around like taffy, yeah? Pulling you around, telling you this and that ain't true. Because they want you to be off your gangster. Don't allow it. Just because they desire you doesn't mean that you must desire them. You speak up to the mic. They are not on your levels, blood. Some more messages for the big cat so that they stay ready. You deserve love, darling dear, but the love has to come to self first. Love, I told you, I roll with 5. I love the Most High, Father, God, Mother Isis. If it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be here now. I'm telling you, right? After that, I love me. Oh, I love me some me. When I was coming out of the DNS, I had to love me in piece by piece. I worked with my clavicle bone first, darling dear, and I worked my way up and down until I loved the whole of me, right? After that, I love my progeny, because if I don't love me, who's going to lead them? Who's going to show them, darling dear? Not live their life for them, right? Show them, stand up, so that your progeny will have something to respect, darling dear. A role model, right? After that is the body in the bag. You keep it tight and right? And the bag will give you whatever life you want. You deserve it, darling dears. Look, I'm talking about it, and look, love yourself first. Tell me some more info. The cards. Listen, I can't even tell the cards off in case they... Listen, we're allergic to Brock Pocketus. We're allergic to complacency and doing things the way we did before, darling dears. Brock Pocketus, buddy, have you got a dime? They ain't got no money. They've got no stable home, right? Their job is shit. They're jealous of the Flintstones, right? And they're watching you. Let them watch. You need to give them something to work with. Continue to wine and dine on the internet, darling dear. Throw up a big picture here and there. Yeah? Give them something to look at so that their eyeballs bleed. This is someone that did not want to leave your life, or they did not think you would ever stand up for yourself and realize that you're not having it blood. What did I say? Ain't having it blood. Had to put my back into it, right? You are too blessed to be stressed. What is this? This is a whole load of cards here. No, I'm not supposed to read them. Okay. What's this? Drugs and alcohol. You've got a divine masculine who's going down Bobby Brown. He's supposed to be divine. Yes, but they're drinking the drugs and the alcohol. Maybe it's that. Maybe they're the ones that's a Judas in the Peter suit that's watching your every move. They're watching you while they're drugging it up, and can they afford it though? They ain't got no money. What did I say? Shady boots. Aha! Elementary, my dear big cat. I told you, it's a masculine energy. Now we're narrowing it down. It's not a bitch Mitch, it's a Mitch. Hey! What's this? They need to be shy around you, darling dear. They need to be shy and keep themselves at 60 feet out of swinging stage, right? Because you can swing. You can swing up to what? Once you're holding the back, you extend about 6 feet. They need to stay outside the swinging perimeter, right? Because their life is a never-ending story. If you get back involved with them, you'll lose your shit, right? They are the original bad boy, bad girl, bad news bear. And they're looking at your life as a jackpot. Since you got the jackass out of it, darling dear. They're basura. Let them stay where they are. I told you, big cat, you are the red light, green light champion, as am I, of 79. Listen. Stop sucking your teeth, Case. You're wearing down the 31 teeth. I've got to tell myself something, darling dear. I have to. What else? They see you as a jackpot, eh? Why do they see you as a jackpot now? Because their life is a waste, they're a waste person. They're wasting their time and energy focusing on you when they should be focusing on their own astroturf that they've got on layaway. They're grass saying green blood. Well, the only green they see is the one of the what? Mary Jane, darling dear. Drinking and drugging it up. Good Lord. Who's doing that in this day and age? Right? Look. Rebirth on its face. They're the same person. Same Judas in a Peter suit, darling dear. Looking for someone to suck dry. Well, guess what? We're speaking Swahili today. Shiitake. I don't want it. You don't want that. You don't want that. No. Right? When you realize what you truly deserve, you are already winning, darling dear. Remember I told you that. What else? While we're here, we've got two. Their perspective is so 2017, darling dear. They've got no perspective, right? And they can only give you trinkets. You want trinkets? You're a big cat, darling dear. Trinkets? Trinkets right up there with breadcrumbs, darling dear. Breadcrumbs is right down there with bottom feeder and trickster. Yes, yes, big cat. Don't allow it. This got me on my 31 teeth again. Listen, and they're broke. Do we have time for petty? Them don't have it. Possibly because they spend whatever skrilla they don't have on the drugs and the alcohol. Where's Jez? Do I know where Jez and Belle is? I don't know where my shit is. I don't know where it is. But they don't have it. They don't have one pentacale. They don't. They don't have it. I'm going to have to find Jez and Belle. I packed everything away so well, I can't find shit. Look! It's an X. All of this is over an X. Who's what? Salivating at the mouth at what you're doing with your life, darling dear. The same ones that wanted to what? Come to your funeral and sing Shall We Gather by the River with no tears on their face in a falsetto. We need a new deck. What is this X1? Let's get my FP555 Oracle Intel deck. If you'd like to what? Procure it, follow the link in the description box below, and you'll be the owner of said deck. There's 2 decks, and I've mixed them together because no one can check me boo. Right. What does this X want? Fell off the back end, darling dear. Right? What's it? They want it. This Mitch can't kill your vibe because they can't break you, darling dear. On a 21 world card, you finished the situation. Why? Because you're Ibex of land and sea, darling dear. Have you seen an Ibex goat? Go to YouTube and look at Ibex. Look at how they scarper across sheer face mountains and cliffs, darling dears. Why? Because they have to. Because if they want to live, they have to learn to climb to the top, darling dear. The 4 and the 6 is a 10. For what? Ending of a cycle, for something new to begin. The new. You've got new things going. They're looking at you and you're looking like Bugatti. Yes, yes. What's this? Tell them nothing, mate, because you're on a spiritual journey. You're close for spiritual works. As far as anyone from the back, right, the back of the line, behind you, watching your butt cheeks, your shapely butt cheeks, I might add, disappear over the hemisphere. They're looking at you. Move in silence. You ain't got nothing to say to them, right? You've got the badass alchemist ways. Did I not tell you are bending the matrix? On a 1, you are the magician. You are an alchemist, darling dears. Once you claim dominion over yourself and you mark it down 10, as we say in Jamaica, when somebody says they've marked it down 10, you've been crossed off the list and they're about to sock it to you. Not physically, darling dear. You're gonna let these people watch from the nosebleed section with their mouth foaming, darling dear. Wishing. They didn't take you for granted. This X, right? Because you leveled up and you will continue to level up, darling dear. We are in the age of Aquarius. That means I know. I told you. Everything you need to know is in a book. Nothing like a big cat with the knowledge, because knowledge is power and power is power and power is knowledge. Get the knowledge, darling dears. Level up on a daily basis. Whatever skill you have, read up on it until you are an expert in your field, darling dears. You can do it. You can do it. If I could turn my life around at the age of half of 100, not that I was a complete, that's a lie. I was a dummy back blood. I was a people pleaser, right? For bottom feeders going nowhere, right? Don't get smoked or smoke yourself. On that note, 176 in the chat. If you enjoyed the read, please hit the thumbs up button. Why not? Get me into someone else's cranium so that I can release them, so they can sock it to them. They, them, and On that note, as I said, I drops me mic. Tot love to my Teesprings, tot love to my Patreon. Or simply come back. Look. One of my haters is watching me, yeah? You'll never touch this waist again. Or smack this ass. I smack my own ass with my pentacles. Gifted to me by the Most High, Father God, Mother Isis. As must you, big cat. Let them salvate. Let them watch you win. Remember I told you that. And as I always say, don't get smoked. And don't smoke Network yourself. From the ashes, baby. Namaste. And remember, Big Cat, you always stand tall. Remember that. When they, them and them think they're coming to dig you up, they can't find you. Don't let them ever find you at the address that you was at. Never you ever. You fight, Big Cat. You fight and you don't cry. And if you do cry, you rub them bitches in and use it as fuel to fly. We are a bird cat. Big Cat, wave until we meet again on these tarot screens. Damn! Damn! Don't take them back. I don't care who it is. Mother, father, sister, brother, progeny. If they crossed you, you cross them off your list. You, Big Cat, you are the red light, green light champion. And we're besties. And we rise together. Pinkies up. Yes! Stand tall together, yeah?